According to Prince Harry, it's not safe for him to return to the United Kingdom. But he has a big problem because this lady standing right next to me is the Home Secretary here in the United Kingdom, Priti Patel, and she disagrees. Today's court hearing rumbles on. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Nice to see you today. This is a big breaking story really over here because we think it's kind of the first time that a former senior royal has decided to take Her Majesty's government to a court hearing. I mean, ridiculous when you think. This all really stems from the fact that, as we now know, Prince Harry says he'd like to return home but doesn't feel safe. Now, there's lots of discrepancies and I won't bore you with all the minor details about this case, but way back when they had that summit meeting up in Sandringham, if you remember, Prince Harry talked about, basically paying for his own security, that sort of stuff. That sort of went out the window because then he went on Oprah Winfrey, and so did Miss Markle, to complain that they didn't have any security and he had to pay for his own. Hence the reason he decided to sign on with all those mega deals like Netflix and Spotify. And now, of course, he's been back here, I think, twice since Megxit in, all those months ago now. Of course, he came back for the statue unveiling and a previous visit. But interesting to note, of course, for Prince Harry, he says now returning to the United Kingdom is really, really dangerous for him. He might have a point, in fact, because crime rates are up here in London and we've got a fallout with the head of the Met Police, former Met Police, should I say, Cressida Dick, and our London Mayor, Sadiq Khan. So it's all slightly falling apart. And actually, on a more serious note for Prince Harry, he couldn't have picked a worse time to try and demand that the British Metropolitan Police offer him security because they're making huge cutbacks, as you can imagine. But it's this lady here, as I say, Priti Patel. She is the Home Secretary. This was the first round of that particular court hearing. And basically, Prince Harry was told, that the police are not for hire, even if he wished to hire them himself. Now, what's interesting, as ever, with a court case like this is, obviously Prince Harry has his own 24-hour protection security. The real reason why Harry says that he does need the Met Police security is that they know, obviously, the country, the places, the sort of people that may wish to cause him harm upon his return. Not just him, though, but his children and, of course, his wife, the former actress Meghan Markle. It's all sort of fallen to stalemate so far and set to rumble on. Either way, it doesn't look like Prince Harry will receive the Met Police security. Now, as I say, given the battle that we've had this week with Prince Andrew and then the cash for honour scandal with Prince Charles, and I'm not laughing truly, but you couldn't really pick a worse week to be sort of a belligerent child of part of the monarchy to decide to fight it. They've got bigger things, bigger problems on their hands. And on a more serious note, who could forget just how frail our gracious Majesty the Queen looked while she was making, of course, that meeting with her defence secretaries in Windsor. If I was Prince Harry right now, I'd be truly thinking about exactly what I'm doing and whether it's the right time or indeed the right place to be doing it. The court case rumbles on, and as ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the heart of London.